reform of fuel subsidy, where every time you mention it, there's a resistance from the government saying, oh my God, we can't do this. There'll be riots in the streets and people will object. Well, by the way, there are riots in the streets as we speak because they didn't adopt it. Why is the government not undertaking these sensible pro-poor policies? These are policies that will benefit the poor. There's no question that lion's share of fuel subsidies in Sri Lanka, as in other countries, goes to the rich, because it's the rich who drive gas-guzzling cars and use air conditioners and various other fuel-consuming utensils. Despite all of this evidence, it's still the case that there's a perception that people will vote against cutting fuel subsidy. One part of that is that while the rich benefit the most from fuel subsidies because of their high consumption of fuel, the poor are also affected if you raise the price of gasoline. So many governments, and I think this government should be ready to do that, have also accompanied the fuel subsidy reform with cash transfers targeted at the poor. This is what we did in Indonesia, in Egypt, several other countries. This is now a standard procedure, which is that the idea is that, yes, it will increase these costs to the poor, but we compensate them by giving them a cash transfer with which they can then pay for the higher bus fares and tuk-tuk fares. And so in this situation, what can we do? I think we should today itself or tomorrow start a major information campaign. This is not a political campaign. This is an information campaign to inform the public about who benefits, what is the cost, what are the benefits of reforming subsidies. I think it's absolutely imperative. The people are out there on the streets. We should be trying to educate the public to say, the reason you're having power cuts is because they've been subsidizing fuel all this time. We have to say, look, we can restore power if we cut fuel subsidies. We have to do it urgently, because only then will the government feel like they can actually reform fuel subsidies and electricity subsidies and get out of this mess.